Hello, hello. Welcome back to all the students. I am Captain Rela Sanjeev. Welcome to online classes from Department of Chemistry, Government Degree College, Peddapalli. In the last class, we have covered about alpha halogenation on carbonyl compounds. Today we are going to learn about forming an enolate ion. Forming an enolate ion of the carbonyl compounds. In this uh, here uh, carbonyl compound cyclohexanone we are using as a starting compound on reaction with the LDA lithium diisopropyl amide. Lithium diisopropyl amide is used to remove the alpha hydrogen. Essentially, all the compound is converted to the enolate ion because the product acid diisopropyl amine or here DIA diisopropyl amine is much weaker than the reactant of acid. This is the very important information. Here the starting compound carbonyl compound, that is cyclohexanone ketone, pKa value 17. Here the resultant compound, it is a diisopropyl amine. It is a weak acid. Here pKa value 35. Greater pKa value, that's acidic character is less. Okay, pKa 35. Now when we are using LDA, here pKa value, greater pKa value, that weak acid is produced in this reaction. But in the last reaction, here in the last reaction we used normal hydroxy functional group. In that case, from this reaction it produces water molecule. This water molecule pKa value is 15.7. That indicates that H2O is a strong acid than the reactant. Okay, because that the enolate ion formation is very less. Here small amount of compound, carbonyl compound, is converted into enolate ion here. Because that we are using, instead of this hydroxyl, normal hydroxyl functional group, that particular base, here we are using a suitable base, that is LDA, lithium aluminum diisopropyl amide. Lithium diisopropyl amide. In presence of this particular reagent, here formation of diisopropyl amine, pKa value 35, greater value of pKa value. That particular DIA is much weaker acid than the reactant, that is ketone. Okay, therefore we will see that LDA is the base. LDA is the base of choice for those reactions that require the carbonyl compound to be completely converted to the enolate ion before it reacts with an electrophile. First, in the first step, it converted into enolate ion. Then that particular enolate ion on reaction with some other electrophile. Before reacts with the electrophile, this enolate ion formation is 100% here. 100% that particular carbonyl compound is converted into enolate ion in presence of this particular LDA. Okay, when we use normal hydroxyl functional group, it does not convert this type of more yield, more enolate ion formation. Is it clear, all of you? Presence of this particular LDA, it gives more yield, that enolate ion formation. This is the preparation of LDA. LDA is easily prepared by adding butyl lithium to diisopropylamine and butyl lithium in presence of tetrahydrofuran at minus 78 degrees centigrade. That is at the temperature of a dry ice or acetone bath generally used. It is minus 78 degrees centigrade because in acetone bath the reaction proceeds and formation of LDA, lithium diisopropyl amide. Okay, in this reaction butane is the byproduct. Its pK value greater than 60. This pK value, when compared with the starting compound, pK value is more than reactant. Okay, this is the preparation of LDA. Now let us go to alkylation. Alkylation reaction. We'll enlarge the slide. Alkylation. Alkylation is carried out by first removing a proton from the alpha carbon with a strong base such as LDA. Here this is the starting material, cyclopentanone. This is a 5-member ring we are using. In the last reaction we used 6-member ring. Instead of that we are using here 5-member ring. And then this 5-member ring in presence of LDA and tetrahydrofuran. What happened in the first step? Here from 5-member ring or carbonyl compound, here removing of proton from alpha carbon. Here this particular alpha carbon gets negative, removing of proton in presence of strong base, that is LDA. Okay, and then adding the appropriate alkyl halide. After formation of this negative charged oxygen, here adding alkyl halide, appropriate alkyl halide, suitable alkyl halide. Here ethyl bromide. Generally the methyl halide undergoes very fastly in this reaction, otherwise we can use any primary alkyl halide. Any primary alkyl halide undergoes this reaction. Because the alkylation is an SN2 reaction, because the alkylation process is an SN2 reaction. SN2 reaction that indicates this attack of alkyl group on alpha position, at the same time removing of halogen. halogen Br minus in the same step. That step, that mechanism is called SN2 reaction. Because the alkylation is an SN2 reaction, it works best with the methyl halide, or we can use any primary alkyl halide. Is it clear? Any primary alkyl halide we can use. Once again, we'll repeat the reaction clearly. This is the starting material, carbonyl compound, 5-membered ring carbonyl compound, cyclopentanone on reaction with the LDA, in presence of tetrahydrofuran. Here, first removing a proton. Its isomer we can write like this. Its resonance structure. If the pair of electron donates to this side, cleavage of pi bond, this oxygen gets negative. Okay. Here again this pair of electron goes to inner side, cleavage of this pi bond. This negative charged carbon bonds with the ethyl. Here loss of Br minus. This is the alpha substituted carbonyl compound. This process, alpha alkylation process, alpha substituted compound is obtained in this reaction. Okay, is it clear? Next, alkylation. Same alkylation process in ketones, that is unsymmetrical ketones. What happen in this reaction we'll discuss. If the ketone is unsymmetrical, here please observe 2-methyl cyclohexanone. 2-methyl, this is a extra methyl group is present on alpha carbon. Other side alpha carbon, it contains hydrogen atom because it is a unsymmetrical ketone, and it has hydrogens on both alpha carbon. Here there is a one hydrogen and other side there is a two hydrogens. Anyway, one alpha hydrogen is present in this cyclohexanone, 2-methyl cyclohexanone. Two monoalkylated products can be obtained because either a alpha carbon can be alkylated. Is it clear? Two monoalkylated compounds, two types of compounds is obtained in the same manner in this reaction. Here, for example, methylation of 2-methyl cyclohexanone with a one equivalent of methyl iodide forms both 2,6-dimethyl cyclohexanone, and here the methyl attacks on left hand side alpha carbon. Left hand side we will discuss. In this case 2,2-dimethyl cyclohexanone. How is it the reaction proceeds? We will discuss. The starting compound here 2-methyl cyclohexanone, on reaction with the LDA in presence of tetrahydrofuran. Here the negative charged electrons, these pair of electron shifted to this side, cleavage of pi bond. This particular left hand side carbon gets negative and bonds with a methyl. Here loss of I minus iodide. Finally, here from this, if the methyl attacks on left hand side alpha carbon, in that case we'll get a 2,6-dimethyl cyclohexanon. If the pair of electron donates to cyclic ring side, cleavage of pi bond like this, in that case right hand side alpha carbon gets negative. That particular carbon bonds with the methyl electrophile. And loss of here breakage of carbon and iodine bond. Okay, this bonded electrons attracted by iodine and removes as a I minus iodide. That particular CS3 plus electrophile attacks on right hand side alpha carbon. In that case, the 2,2-dimethyl cyclohexanone is obtained in this reaction. This is about alkylation in ketones, that is unsymmetrical ketones. In that case, it can proceed either side alpha carbon can be alkylated. It can either side in the same manner. Okay. Next, alkylation via enamine. First enamine formation, then it undergoes alkylation. How is it? An enamine is formed when an aldehyde or a ketone reacts with a secondary amine. Here, please observe. Enamine is formed in this reaction. The starting compound is cyclohexanone. Ketone we are using in this reaction. Ketone on reaction with the secondary amine. This nitrogen bonds with both carbon atoms, both sides. It is called secondary amine. Pyrrolidine, secondary amine. Okay, on reaction with these pyrrolidine and cyclohexanone, it turns as a enamine and loss of water molecule. Enamine, this is the compound enamine. Okay. Next, enamines reacts with the electrophiles in the same way that enolate ions do. Okay. In the same way, enolate ions intermediate is also same. Here, enamine reacts with the electrophile in the same way that enolate ion. In the last slide, we discussed that in the first step, enolate ion formation. That is the intermediate. That enolate ion on reaction with the electrophile generally. Here in this reaction, the first enolate ion formation, that enolate ion undergoes reaction with the electrophile. Okay, that enolate ion, enamine in the same way that enolate ion. Okay, here This is the enamine product in the last slide. Here please observe. This is enamine product. That particular enamine product is equal to enolate ion, just like a enolate ion. This enamine undergoes further reaction with the electrophile. An enamine reacts with an electrophile. Okay, that electrophile attacks on alpha position. Okay, alpha position electrophile. Here, same enamine. These on nitrogen atom, it contains pair of electron. That pair of electron donates to this side. Here form a new pi bond, and nitrogen atom it loses electron because it gets a positive charge. Here breakage of this particular pi bond, and this terminal alpha carbon, alpha carbon gets negative. That negative charged carbon bonds with electrophile. Here formation of carbon and electrophile bond, new sigma bond is generated. Okay, this is the enamine reacts with the electrophile process. Okay, here enolate ion in the last reaction, in the last slide we have already studied it. It is enolate ion to electrophile attacking on that particular alpha carbon product. Enolate ion, that negative charged oxygen, pair of electron donates to this side. Here cleavage of pi bond, and alpha carbon gets negative. That negative charged alpha carbon bonds with the electrophile to forms alpha substituted, electrophile substituted carbonyl compound is obtained. An enolate ion reacts with an electrophile. Here an enamine reacts with an electrophile. That enamine further reaction with the electrophile, and enolate ion further reaction with the electrophile. The both the process is equal. Okay. As a result, aldehydes and ketones can be alkylated at the alpha carbon via an enamine intermediate. Is it clear? In this reaction, here from enamine intermediate it converted into alkylated carbonyl compound. Enamine via an enamine intermediate. The reaction proceeds and to forms alkylated carbonyl compound. Carbonyl compound. Okay, is it clear? Okay. Next, alkylation via enamine. Another example, the carbonyl compound is converted into an enamine by treating it with a secondary amine in the presence of a trace amount of acid. Enamine formation. Here cyclohexanone, it is a carbonyl compound. Carbonyl compound ketonic function group is present. This compound on reaction with this secondary amine. Okay, secondary amine, this nitrogen atom bonds with two carbons because it is a secondary amine trace acid here to forms an enamine. This cyclic ring here bond formation an enamine intermediate. From this intermediate undergoes further reaction with the alkyl halide. Okay, here alkyl halide methyl bromide we are using. Methyl bromide, in this methyl bromide, after breakage of this C carbon and Br bond, it generates methyl electrophile. Methyl electrophile. This reaction proceeds in SN2 mechanism. SN2 mechanism. This particular electrophile attacks on alpha carbon. How is it? The pair of electron donates to this side. Here cleavage of pi bond. This pi bonded electrons shifted to electrophile, methyl electrophile, and this alpha carbon here after cleavage of pi bond, this alpha carbon gets negative. That negative charged carbon bonds with the electrophile CH3 electrophile. Here please observe, this is a reaction, but in this reaction here the nitrogen atom it loses electron because the atom gets positive. Here the enamine generally okay, the enamine here, the enamine reacts with the alkyl halide here methyl bromide alkyl halide in an SN2 mechanism, SN2 reaction. The imine is hydrolyzed to an alpha alkylated ketone. This one after hydrolysis alpha alkylated ketone, and the secondary amine, this is the last one, and the secondary amine that was used to form the enamine. That secondary amine already used at the starting of the reaction. In the first step already used for the formation of enamine. For the formation of enamine already we used that secondary amine compound. Here finally we are getting alpha alkylated ketone. Alpha alkylated ketone. This is this compound alpha alkylated ketone. Is it clear all of you? Is it clear in this slide? Okay. Next, alkylation via enamine. Another example. Here actually acylation proceeds, the reaction proceeds with the acylation process. Acylation process. Here The main advantage to using an enamine intermediate to alkylate an aldehyde or a ketone is that it forms a monoalkylated product without having to use a strong base, that is LDA. In addition to using an enamine to alkylate the alpha carbon of an aldehyde or ketone, it can use it can also be used to acylate the alpha carbon. Okay, here instead of LDA, here we are using the main advantage enamine formation, alkylate an aldehyde ketone monoalkylated product without using of this particular LDA. Here this enamine, direct enamine, pair of electron nitrogen shifted to this side, cleavage of pi bond, that pi bond alpha carbon bonds with the acyl functional group. Here, in addition to using an enamine to alkylate the alpha carbon of an aldehyde or it may be ketone, it can also be used to acylate the alpha carbon. Here acylation. Here this particular negative charged oxygen pair of electron donates to inner side. Here loss of Cl minus chloride ion is removed from the reaction. This particular acyl group COCH3 acyl group bonds with the alpha carbon. This is about acylation. Okay, on hydrolysis, acidic hydrolysis, here perfect after cleavage of this secondary amine, cleavage of this secondary amine, perfectly alpha acylated compound, alpha acylated, and acyl group is bonded at alpha carbon. Alpha acylated compound is obtained in this reaction. This is equal to alkylation process, but this reaction here without having to use a strong base, that is LDA. Okay, this is about acylation process. Next, alkylation via enamine. Other reaction, enamines can also be used to attach the alpha carbon of an aldehyde or ketone to the beta carbon of an alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound via conjugate addition. Normal addition or conjugate addition we will discuss in the next slide, how the conjugate addition takes place. Here please observe the enamine on reaction with this alpha beta. This is the carbonyl function group, aldehydic carbonyl function group. Here alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound, alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound. In enamine, the pair of electron on nitrogen shifted to this side, cleavage of pi bond. This alpha carbon gets negative. That negative charged alpha carbon bonds with the beta carbon of this unsaturated carbonyl compound beta. Immediately cleavage of this particular uh, pi bond in between carbon carbon alpha beta carbon carbon pi bond shifted to this side. Immediately cleavage of this pi bond electron shifted to oxygen. That oxygen gets negative. Oxygen gets negative. Okay. Here this intermediate on reaction with the water. Here on reaction with the water. It abstract proton. Okay. Here breakage of pi bond, and abstract proton. Here, is it clear? This is the conjugate addition product. Conjugate addition product on hydrolysis, acidic hydrolysis, the cleavage of this secondary amine. Cleavage of this particular secondary amine. Finally, we are getting alpha substituted alpha and beta. Alpha on alpha carbon there is a conjugate addition. Conjugate addition takes place. Okay. Here alkylating the beta carbon, the Michael reaction. This Michael reaction, it is a very important reaction, a very interesting reaction. Please concentrate. Here nucleophiles reacts with the alpha beta. This is alpha carbonyl compound. This is the carbonyl functional group. Adjacent of this carbonyl functional group, here alpha carbon and beta carbon. In between alpha beta there is a unsaturation. There is a pi bond because it is called as alpha beta unsaturated compound. Aldehyde, it may be ketone. Alpha beta unsaturated compound. Okay. Generally nucleophiles reacts with the alpha beta unsaturated. It may be aldehyde or ketone. Alpha beta unsaturated aldehyde, or it may be ketone, forming either direct addition. Direct addition means here direct addition with a beta carbon. Okay, nucleophile direct addition with a beta carbon. Direct addition product or conjugate addition product. Oh, here direct addition on carbonyl carbon. Okay, direct addition. Here please observe nucleophile in presence of acidic hydrolysis. It is the direct addition process. Direct addition, nucleophile attacks on carbonyl carbon, immediately cleavage of this particular pi bond. That pi bonded electrons attracted by oxygen gets negative. That negative charged oxygen abstract hydrogen from acid or water. Hydrogen abstract from water, it converted as hydroxyl group. And nucleophile attacks on that particular carbonyl carbon. This compound is called as direct addition product. The other type of addition, conjugate addition. Conjugate addition, here please observe. Conjugate addition. This addition nucleophile attacks on beta carbon. Nucleophile attacks on beta carbon. Here please observe. Nucleophile attacks on beta carbon. Immediately this pi bonded electron shifted to this side, in between this carbonyl carbon and alpha carbon, and immediately cleavage of this particular pi bond and the oxygen atom gets negative. That is the another process. That is called as conjugate addition. There is a conjugation, that pi bonds shifting. Here in the last slide, once again please observe, in the last slide, here alpha beta unsaturated compound, here we are using same, okay, this enamine to this final product of formation is also proceeds via conjugate addition. Is it clear? That particular nucleophile attacks on beta carbon. It is a beta carbon. Is it clear? That alkylating the beta carbon. Nucleophile attacks on, it may be alpha addition, direct addition, or conjugate addition. The first compound, it is a direct addition. Here second type of compound, conjugate addition product we are getting in this reaction. Okay, is it clear? Oh, next compound, Michael addition mechanism part. Michael addition mechanism part we'll discuss tomorrow. Okay students, thank you one and all. We'll meet tomorrow at the same time. Okay.